Hey, y'all, we are back with another dense update. This update is sponsored by
Biomax peptides, the scalpel, precise, targeted, working with your body, not overriding it. Support for recovery, better sleep, more control over appetite and body composition, hair health. We can even fix your limp biscuit. Biomax peptides.
the online age group semifinals is underway, and CrossFit was live with some of the athletes.
But he's not spending a ton of time getting into this world's perfect setup. Like, it's just kind of once that second hand goes on the bar, he's pretty darn close, other than a quick pull it into his.
I didn't think about that.
You know what my biggest concern, if I was planning on this workout, in my head,
There has been a lot of talk lately about masters specifically in the age group categories and whether a lot of these masters are on TRT or not. Andrew Hiller put out a video recently of a former games athlete who basically admitted that he was on TRT while he was competing at the CrossFit Games.
Taking testosterone for almost 10 years.
You got that right.
For almost 10 years.
My guy said 10 years.
That guy then responded, and then Andrew went live and responded again.
I know more than any single person in the CrossFit space when it comes to performance enhancing drugs.
There are definitely some athletes in this space who are masters. If you go and look down their Instagram profiles, you're thinking, wait a minute, you didn't look like that just a couple of years ago. And it's really easy to be on that stuff and not get tested for it. Nobody was being tested for masters. They weren't tested at Legends, I know. And then Magic City had said in the athlete briefing that they were going to be tested, but when it came podium time, nobody was tested. I mean, it's becoming such a more common and popular thing for people to do, to get on hormone replacement therapy. I think that could probably be a whole series in and of itself. But speaking of Andrew Hiller, he also put up on his story, where you ask me a question. And then there were a ton of stories of different questions people asked. There were a few, obviously, that stood out to me, in particular in regards to the games season. There was one, any hope of CrossFit going back to a grassroots era before prize pools and career athletes? To which he says no, and I don't know why anyone would want this. I could think of a few reasons. And see, this might be something that Andrew can't relate to because he doesn't have kids and he never plans to have kids. But those kids out there who just keep asking and expecting for things because the people around them have it. And then when you don't give it to them, they fucking throw tantrums and fits because they somehow think that they're entitled to those things. That's kind of what I think about some of these career athletes now. You didn't see a lot of that in the grassroots era. Those people were just grateful to be there and for the opportunities that they were given. I guess we're just in a different time now. We've evolved.
And competitions are kind of our only time to grow and get exposure, because that's when the algorithm is excited. And so when people can't watch what you're doing, they have no idea. They just see the leaderboard if they're looking, but some people don't look. I remember I finished NorCal and I was kind of hoping I'd have some maybe text from my friends or some sort of hype, and it was nothing. People are like, oh, good job, you got your ticket, but I have no idea how you did. And I was like,
someone asked, I would like to know, why did you rate this CrossFit season so far as a 2.5 out of 10? To which he answered, the Open was pointless. The quarterfinals are fine at best. Mayhem was great. Legends was a stain. The organization of all of it is lackluster, but it doesn't matter. The fittest made it, right? And then there's this one, which kind of caught me off guard a little bit, because somebody asked, do you think Dave Castro was ever a good candidate for the job? Seems like he doesn't know shit. And it was his answer that caught me off guard, because he's obsessively been going after Dave Castro and Dave Castro's programming.
Hey, David, I don't believe that Dave is this stupid, but I get proven wrong in a couple of seconds. I think that might perfectly encompass the way that I think that Dave views a lot of this stuff at this point.
Even things that Castro didn't program, like Legends.
For my final point, we've got Dave talking about Del Mar as a likely venue for the CrossFit Games in an upcoming season.
This place in regionals it's going to be exciting here, but was insane. I think this might actually be
consideration for the games next year.
It's just embarrassing. It's not cool. Are you kidding me? Just because Dave says something is cool doesn't mean that it's cool.
He finds ways to work in something bad about Dave Castro.
We got a Dave Castro hater. John Wood hates Dave Castro. That'll be a good title. Saw the podcast I said with Brian. Something that you may have lost in there is that I think that every iteration of the seasons of CrossFit has gotten worse since the year 2018.
His response to that question was, to this day, it would be hard to argue that there is anyone better.
But this is just where I don't think that Dave is the guy to program this stuff anymore.
I just wish he would consult with CrossFit Crash, which is J.R. Howell, only to see what the athletes are capable of, not even to program in his place. So he's saying that Dave Castro is the best person for the job.
But this is just where I don't think that Dave is the guy to program this stuff anymore.
Is he essentially walking it all back? No, Dave Castro's great for programming. He just needs to consult with JR. Everything will be fine. I'm trying to understand, really. So all those videos about Dave's wash, Dave's cook, Dave this, Dave that.
But this is just where I don't think that Dave is the guy to program this stuff anymore.
Am I taking crazy pills? Somebody had sent me a video from Sevon and I's fan club page, and it was a video of me. I didn't watch it, but the caption said something like, Andrew Hiller is good for the space. Don't take my word for it. And I could figure where that was going, right? And I will be the first to admit, I like Andrew's work. I've said Andrew is good for the space. I don't always agree with everything Andrew says. My feelings about his videos and his content has not changed. My feelings about him on a personal level have changed. He's shown us who he is. He's pretty much shown that he will use the people around him to get the clicks and the engagement that he wants. And when he's done with them, he can very easily discard them and move on. I mean, even make videos about him. That's what he's shown me. This is my personal opinion. All the people that jump on his bandwagon when they think it's the populist thing to do, who used to also jump on the bandwagons of things that we would say when it was people they didn't like. I mean, it's just one big social experiment, honestly. Brian said something on one of their recent things. Well, Jenny and Taylor and Sevon will say whatever they need to say to fit their narrative. You can apply that same logic to anyone, including you, Brian and Hiller, and every show you guys make together. Oh, well, moving on. Daniel Brandon is definitely having some feelings about whatever Gooch did.
I think one of my favorite kind of guys are the guys that are like, you deserve love. Like, I've tried to prove to you that you're so deserving. Like, I hope whoever you choose next, like, they're going to be so lucky. Like, I wish it got to be me. I really did. It's like, buddy, I know I deserve love. I just was not accepting the one that you were giving. The kind that you were giving, didn't want that kind of love. Didn't know love disrespected that much.
I get things sent to me often, and this one might actually be old. I didn't look at the date on it.
Okay, this is a serious question for the boys. This is for boys only because we're not talking about men here. When y'all catch each other or y'all get exposed for being a little fuckboy, talking like one, all of the above, like, how are we enabling that behavior? Are we like, damn, bro, like, can't believe you got caught, like, dang, dude, oh, man? Or are we like, what the fuck? Because I don't surround myself with women who act like that. I ain't surrounding myself with women who manipulate, lie. Ugh, yuck. So I'm just wondering, how do we keep enabling that behavior? Is it our friends, our family? Are they not calling us out and being like, that is disgusting?
Damn, Gooch, what did you do? Wadapalooza SoCal announced their save the date for September. So excited to see that they will be back in Huntington Beach. That was a really fun event. Xenom has been announcing all of the athletes that are jumping on board to do their first event in Dallas, which I'm excited for. That's close to home. I can travel to that. Zane Healy, team athlete, boyfriend, fiance to Grace Walton, Emily Rolfe, Jake Douglas, Grace Walton, Abby Dommett, Riley Martin. You can check out more information on their Instagram page. Dave Castro has been continuing the athlete interviews. He's had Paige Rogers, Emma Lawson, James Sprigg, Olivia Kerstetter, Dallin Pepper. I wonder if off camera, if Dallin and him had a talk about what happened at Legends. He got a partnership out of it, didn't he?
What can I say except you're welcome?
Although then I did see that the Barbell Spin had posted this. Something about something Flow Elite posted back in the day. They had shared an article about a gymnast.
I saw the story that there was a hack into iCloud and all of these fucking people's photos were stolen. And the famous people, their nude photos were put on the web somewhere. I don't know where, but somewhere on the web. And Flowcast reported the story and put a link to where this website that had the nude photos. And someone told Spin, and I don't know if this is true or not, but I think someone told Spin that the photos of her on that site were when she was underage. I think Flow Elite was just reporting it like a news outlet because I think they covered so much gymnastics. I don't think, and they put a link just like a lot of news organizations put link. Probably wasn't smart to put a link to a porn site. But you would hope that they didn't know that it was also underage.
It's now coming back up. It reminds me of when people bring up Twitter posts from 8 years ago to try to cancel people. You gotta love that cancel culture. Let's just slam Flow Elite right now so they can't make that deal to be a part of the season because you don't want to pay the membership fee. I did see that Jonathan Ortega, the photographer guy, had tagged Dallin in that, trying to work a deal with them for the summer, to which Dallin replies, I can tell you that just changed. I didn't even know that Flow Elite wrote articles. So I went looking on their page and then I found this, which I totally forgot about. Michelle Latondra doing CrossFit naked for a photo shoot. I guess Danny Spiegel wasn't the first to do it. Another thing about those athlete interviews, I was thinking about Brute because all of the Brute athletes talked about injury. Dallin Pepper had the shoulder thing a while back. Then he got rhabdo, which was self-inflicted. But then James mentioned he had a knee thing. Emma Lawson had the back problem. Fee had a shoulder thing. Jason Hopper now has a groin thing going on. And maybe it's just because athletes weren't as open to talk about their injuries before. Maybe for sponsorship reasons, afraid brands won't work with them if they, have an injury. I don't know. All of those interviews, of course, you can check out on Dave Castro's YouTube channel. Abby Domit was on with Sevon to talk about mayhem and legends and punching her ticket to the CrossFit Games.
I mean, I feel that way before the games, but also before like a really intense training cycle, like to the point, like take enough time to chill to the point where you're just like, oh my gosh, I got to do something. I need to do something. And I feel like that's really good going into a really hard training cycle because then you're just like excited for it. You're super motivated. You're super ready.
Someone was saying there's so much depth to Abby, and there really is. And I've always kind of got that vibe from her. And this was just such a great interview. She's just herself and she's on vacation with her sister and she's on the porch and she's really just opening up about different parts of her life and the path that she used to be on before she started CrossFit and how Anton had got her into CrossFit. It was just a really good interview. So if you haven't seen that, you definitely should check that out. So everybody's heard about this controversial book that's coming out that a New York Times writer had written about Greg Glassman. And so far, all the things I've heard about it are basically, it's just stories trying to paint this picture that, Greg Glassman was comparable to the Wolf of Wall Street.
Have you seen the Wolf of Wall Street?
One time, yeah. When
this
it first came
book
out.
Could be the Wolf of Wall Street. That's what I was thinking. And I only thought so maybe like 2/3 of the way through.
Who's the character that's hopped up on opioids crawling up the stairs?
You want one guess, or do you need that many? Is that rhetorical?
I think we all know.
The guy who defrauded investors out of millions of dollars was doing drugs and blow all the time, sleeping with women, having hot wax poured on his ass. I mean, come on. Comparing that guy to Greg Glassman, give me a break. And then you hear like Jeff Kane is telling these stories, and
it was Jeff Kane who removed the CrossFit Journal, and he's the one that fired the media department. He's the one who told me, "Hey, fire all your staff."
Why did Jeff Kane do that?
Honestly, I have no idea because he's batshit crazy because he was a plant from Coca-Cola. He shut down the Instagram account, the Facebook accounts. Turned off the journal. I pushed back so hard on getting rid of the journal. I mean, like to the point where someone's like, hey, if you keep pushing, you're going to lose your job.
And then 6 months later, leaves. But of course, everything is Greg Glassman's fault.
Greg killed Facebook over the Paleo Group or whatever getting turned off by Facebook. That order was given by the CEO. And the letter that was written to the CrossFit community was written by the CEO's mistress. It was Jeff Kane and Olivia Leonard. Who
He
I
had
would
a
put,
mistress.
yeah.
So he was married?
He was married and she was married.
Wow.
Last week, I did a Sentinel giveaway for an ebook, and I replied to the comment that was the funniest. This time, I want the comment that's going to trigger me the most. I have so many haters in here, but you guys still continue to watch. So best hater comment is going to win 1 month of Sentinel training. Take your best shot.
Yeah, everyone online chirping, he's trying to take this fight. He's going to get knocked the fuck out. Go fuck yourself. If you ain't riding with me, social media ain't real. Fuck you.